The Sloan Petroglyphs in Las Vegas have more petroglyphs than any other spot in Nevada. The trail is classified as moderate. I almost wasn't able to make it through to see the petroglyphs. On this episode, I investigate the Sloan Petroglyphs and the Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas. I also find repeating patterns backing up some of my theories about who the Anasazi were and why they disappeared. Hi, I'm Jenna Bosiger, and thank you for watching my Cryptid Cryptids YouTube channel. Trail is a little over 4 miles. It's a loop, and there's a 0.25 mile petroglyph gallery at the end of the canyon, and then you have to hike out of it and back down to where you parked. I didn't think it would be a problem because the trail was classified as moderate, but the issue was there were 3 waterfalls you had to climb over to get to the petroglyphs, and they increased in difficulty as you went along. And then on the 3rd one, I couldn't make it over. I have vertigo. I don't like to admit it. I'm afraid of heights. I get vertigo, and it's like, it would be like trying to climb something upside down or sideways. If I'm near heights, I will fall. I also had on these really slick shoes, and I was slipping all over the rocks, and they had absolutely 0 traction. I sat down and I was trying to accept this, and my husband came back and said he found a way to go around the waterfall. So I tried, and I was able to do that. Luckily, because it would have been a big disappointment. But the good news is I made it over on the left-hand side and went all the way up and around, and it was much easier. It was easier because I could kind of crawl and hang on to it was rated moderate. I'm definitely more than moderately afraid of heights. We went in December of 2022, and it was freezing, but it was very beautiful. You hike down into a very deep canyon, and there's very interesting rocks along the sides, and I was zooming in because I couldn't see or tell if there were petroglyphs there or not, and I figured I could zoom in and look at them later. But most of the petroglyphs were on the left side, and they were all kind of together, but they were on rubble, big stones. It made me think that maybe when they were first originally made on the stones, they looked different. maybe something was destroyed, like a stone structure was destroyed. The other thing is that Vegas is 1 hour from Baker, where the comet or meteor landed. That definitely would have impacted Las Vegas significantly. Earthquakes, floods, comet strikes. It's possible that there was some sort of natural disaster here that destroyed maybe something that was man-made. Because it's just strange how this looks like rubble. And then they're just like on all different sides. And the other thing is that on a lot of them, there's big chips and chunks missing from the petroglyphs. I don't know if that's because people stole them, if they just eroded over time, or if something happened, destroyed the stones, maybe building, I'm not sure. I was walking along the side instead of in the middle where everybody walks, and I found this cute little rock spiral. Obviously, it's not ancient, but it was cute. And then I also, next to it, found a barefoot print. It looks like a barefoot print to me. Not huge, but interesting. I'm always looking for prints. And then the first petroglyph that I remember seeing, it's in this cross-hatch technique. It's made with these little diagonal lines. And I saw that technique used at the Rodman petroglyphs, use that technique. It's really cool. And like it made more sense upside down, like a circle with two creatures in there. That's what I see. In these petroglyphs, I've been analyzing petroglyphs for a while now. I saw some repeating themes that I have been seeing throughout Anasazi petroglyphs in the Southwest. The Anasazi were cryptids, working theory. The Anasazi were attacked by humans, working theory, and seeing traps, war, violence, that they were attacked by humans. And some repeating recent ideas that I've had. For example, little people, little petroglyphs that are really small, so small they almost look like they could be maybe star charts because they almost are like dots. And you'll see little recognizable things that, and you realize, yeah, those are petroglyphs. Little petroglyphs. Little petroglyphs, little people. None of the petroglyphs that I saw were huge, like the ones in Utah. And then I also had some first-time thoughts from this location, like about how Petroglyph Gallery, maybe they were originally made on sort of stone structure or something that wasn't just all these broken stones. It would look different 4,000 years ago. An hour away, we know for a fact that there was a comet or a meteor landed there. It definitely would have impacted this area, being only an hour away. Cause floods and earthquakes and volcano activity, liquefaction, all of it. If there was a stone structure here, it would have been destroyed at that time. They say 4,000 years ago, so I will take that into consideration and and keep in mind that there is no way to date stone. So that is a very educated guess, but a guess is not a fact. 4,000 years or more, or a lot more. The other thing that I saw, a lot of butterflies. And I love butterflies. Actually, I really want a caterpillar butterfly because I found a caterpillar, and I didn't realize I needed to be more careful with it. And I think a bird ate it so bad, and now I'm obsessed. I want to find caterpillars. I don't want to take better care of it. Oh, obsessed at the moment with butterflies and caterpillars. So looking at these petroglyphs, I try to trace some of them. Sometimes I trace them because I see them very clearly and I want, you to be able to see them. And other times I trace them because I can't see them. And I want to see if maybe tracing them will help me figure out what they were trying to draw. As my research with petroglyphs goes on, and I've developed these ideas, I also know what I'm curious about. Obviously, I'm curious about everything about the Anasazi, but I want to know why they disappeared. And the logic dictates if something bad was going on, like what I've suggested, there would have been petroglyphs trying to show that. But those petroglyphs would be the newer ones, not the older ones, because they lived for thousands of years in peace, relative peace, compared to what happened when the humans came. And another interesting point I want to make is that we know the Native American tribes also make it known that they were the first humans to inhabit the United States. Fact is that they weren't the first to inhabit this area because the Anasazi were here first. My thing I feel like I'm learning is that the Anasazi were not 100% human. And so it makes sense to me that Native Americans call themselves the first humans to settle in the United States, because I don't think that the Anasazi, basket makers, the gypsum, I don't think they were 100% human. So that's not in conflict at all, and in a way kind of backs up what I see and suspect as the Anasazi not all being the same, some being short, some being giants, some maybe having even horns, and some maybe covered in long hair, 7 to 8 feet tall. Others, bipedal wolf, natives to this country. They were here first, but they're not human. I don't think they were what we call human or what we call animals. So what were they? Cryptids. I think that people forget that humans are animals. Things like Heidelbergensis, they were hominids. They were hominids. And I think there were hominids here in the United States before the Native American tribes arrived. Neanderthals and Denisovans. The Denisovans, they weren't human. They were hominids. I believe this is showing a cryptid Anasazi being attacked by not dogs independently on their own, but human hunting parties with dogs. It just seems like in this one and some other ones, something is being circled. And here's an example of the one I found on Adel Rock in Valley of Fire, of an Anasazi being attacked by hunting dogs. A lot of these to me just look like traps and trouble. Focusing now, since I'm so interested in that, I'm sort of focus on that and narrow it in on that and look at those particular petroglyphs that might have any information about why. Just one word, why. Why did they disappear? because I kind of think I already know, but I want to back it up. And so now I'm just like, I'm looking for that specific answer, honestly, because that's what happens. In the beginning, I was very open-minded. And then as I learn more, I get more narrow-minded, ironically. But at the end of the day, I have to remind everybody that I think I know, but I think it's pretty clear that that's an Anasazi being attacked by dogs. So many of these Anasazi have, like, they can't be appendages that hang all the way down to their feet. So I think they're tails. They all have them, tails, because it's down to the ground. So, not quite human. There's just a lot of growth being built up in Nevada. Construction, track homes, brand new. It's just going on all over in my neighborhood on top of like what to me is sacred land. And so I'm sorry, I hate it. I love Nevada and the Red Rocks, the Red Rock Canyon. There's a lot of history there too, ancient people that were in that area, and it's so beautiful, and I love looking at petroglyphs. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like if you like, and if not, hit the like if you like, and I appreciate it very much. And until next time, bye.